The NBA, known for its amazing athleticism, clutch plays, and fierce rivalries, has also provided some truly bizarre moments. These are the times that leave you scratching your head and saying, what just happened? From creatures invading the court to unexpected playoff success, these strange occurrences are now part of NBA legend. Get ready for a trip down memory lane as we explore some of the most outlandish and unbelievable moments that have become unforgettable in NBA history. But before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 9, the malice at the palace. Stephen Jackson took the chaotic situation as an opportunity to act like an unstoppable force, similar to the Terminator, targeting random fans with his aggressive behavior. He was jumping around erratically, resembling someone out of control. Additionally, the Detroit fans were not just passive spectators, they were fully engaged in the mayhem, matching the players' intensity with their own wild reactions. In contrast, if this incident had taken place in cities like Portland or Seattle, the atmosphere would have likely been more subdued. The fans there might have attempted to diffuse the tension with peaceful activities such as forming a drum circle or sharing some calming poetry. However, this was Detroit, a city known for its tough, no-nonsense attitude. In Detroit, if someone throws a punch, people are ready to retaliate just as fiercely. The city's fans were not about to let the players have all the action. They were prepared to join in and defend themselves with equal vigor. Number 8, the Nuggets and Knicks brawl. In 2006, there was a big basketball game between the Denver Nuggets and the New York Knicks, but things got out of hand and a huge fight broke out on the court. One of the most memorable parts was when Nate Robinson, a small player, got really angry and started challenging everyone from Denver to fight. It was like watching a tiny version of Mike Tyson. Another crazy moment was when Carmelo Anthony, a star player, threw some sneaky punches and then quickly ran away to his team's bench. It was funny to see all the older men trying to stop the players from fighting, but they couldn't do much. The fight was different from others because the players weren't just pushing each other. They were really trying to hurt each other. In the end, everyone involved in the fight was kicked out of the game. Carmelo even ran so fast backwards that people joked he broke a world record. Number 7, Dennis Rodman kicks a cameraman. Dennis Rodman was a very interesting basketball player known for his wild behavior. In 1997, during a game, he did something crazy. He kicked a cameraman. The cameraman was just doing his job when out of nowhere, Rodman kicked him right in the private area. Rodman got in big trouble for this and was suspended from playing for 11 games. He also had to pay money to the cameraman to settle the issue. Surprisingly, the cameraman later got nominated for a big award for how well he acted after getting kicked. He pretended to be hurt really badly, just like a professional actor. Number 6, Charles Barkley spits on a heckler. In 1991, during an NBA game, Charles Barkley, a famous basketball player, got into an incident with a person who was shouting at him from the crowd, also known as a heckler. Charles, in an attempt to spit at the heckler, accidentally spat on an 8-year-old girl nearby. This mistake caused a lot of controversy and raised questions about how players should behave. Today, such an action would likely be heavily criticized, but back then, Charles was only fined $10,000 for his actions. Surprisingly, Charles later became friends with the girl and her family, showing that sometimes mistakes can lead to unexpected outcomes, like new friendships. Number 5, Latrell Sprewell chokes his coach. In 1997, Latrell Sprewell, another basketball player, had a serious confrontation with his coach, PJ Carlesimo, during a practice session. Latrell became very angry and ended up physically attacking his coach, choking him for about 10 seconds before being stopped. This was a shocking incident that could have ended Latrell's career. Even though there is no video footage of the incident, it caused a big stir in the basketball world. Latrell was later traded to another team and continued playing in the NBA, but he was always remembered for this unfortunate event. It's important to learn from such incidents and understand that violence is never the answer, even in the heat of the moment. Number 4, Michael Jordan's unexpected retirement.
Breaking story here, the Chicago Bulls have called a press conference for tomorrow morning, and there's high speculation and a report that Michael Jordan will retire from basketball forever.
In 1993, at the peak of his basketball career with 3 consecutive NBA titles, Michael Jordan, widely regarded as the greatest basketball player ever, surprised everyone by leaving the sport to pursue minor league baseball. This decision was shocking enough, but what made it even more surprising was the speculation that it might not have been a true retirement. Some people believe that NBA Commissioner David Stern might have been involved, concerned about Jordan's gambling habits. However, this is just a conspiracy theory, so let's hope Michael doesn't send his lawyers or Charles Oakley to give us a talking to. After his baseball stint, Jordan made a triumphant return to basketball, showing everyone he was still the best. But let's not forget how strange this whole episode was. Watching him play baseball poorly on TV, striking out, and looking a bit awkward was a surreal experience. It was like watching a superhero suddenly try to be a regular person, and it left us all scratching our heads. Before we move to the next crazy moment, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 3. Kermit Washington destroys Rudy Tomjanovic's face. Punching incidents aren't rare in the NBA, but what happened between Kermit Washington and Rudy Tomjanovic in 1977 stands out as one of the most shocking moments in basketball history. During a typical NBA scuffle where players were grabbing and shoving, Rudy Tomjanovic tried to intervene and play peacemaker. Unfortunately, as Rudy ran in to separate everyone, Kermit Washington misread his intentions. In a split-second decision, Kermit threw a powerful punch that collided with Rudy's face with devastating force. This wasn't just a simple fight, it was more like a car crash. The impact was so severe that Rudy's face was severely damaged. He later described tasting his own spinal fluid, which is a terrifying thought. The crowd, stunned by the brutality of the punch, fell silent. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kermit's teammate, recalled that the punch sounded like a melon smashing onto concrete. As a result of the incident, Kermit was suspended for 60 days, which was a significant punishment at the time. The attack had a lasting effect on Rudy, who was never quite the same after the injury. Number 2. Vernon Maxwell punches fan. In 1995, Vernon Maxwell, an NBA player known for his intense behavior, did something really shocking. During a game in Portland, he got so angry at a fan's trash talking that he ran into the stands and punched the fan in the face, breaking his jaw. This wasn't just a typical scuffle on the court, it was a serious and unexpected outburst against a spectator. Surprisingly, Maxwell faced only a 10-game suspension and a $20,000 fine for his actions. Today, the consequences would likely be much harsher. Maxwell's lawyer defended him by saying the fan had provoked him with offensive slurs, suggesting that the fan deserved it. This defense, though controversial, highlighted the intense emotions and conflicts that can arise during high-stakes games. Number 1. Magic Johnson announces he has HIV. In 1991, the sports world was stunned when Magic Johnson, one of basketball's biggest stars, announced he had HIV and would retire immediately.
Afternoon. Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers.
This news was incredibly shocking because Magic was not just any player. He was a cultural icon who had helped elevate the NBA's popularity during the 1980s. Known for his brilliant smile and lively personality, Magic was a beloved figure in Los Angeles and beyond. At the time, HIV was poorly understood and often seen as a death sentence. Magic's announcement brought immense attention to the disease, changing public perceptions and increasing awareness. Despite the fear and stigma surrounding HIV, Magic faced his diagnosis with courage and openness, which was both surprising and inspiring. His public battle with the illness helped break down many misconceptions and provided hope to others affected by the disease. Today, Magic Johnson is still healthy and active, showing remarkable resilience and continuing to influence both sports and public health. That was all for today. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. See you in the next video.